Yeah, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Yeah, thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all the rest of it. Leave a comment. I like the comments, People make comments about this, so that's good. I'm going to talk today about a latest initiative by the Ministry of Justice, which it seems that they are thinking at last. The Ministry of Justice, engaging brain. That's something new, is it not, folks? Yes. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to release a few thousand prisoners onto an early release training scheme, where they're going to get them into jobs working in things like the hospitality industry, farming, labouring on building sites, generally getting them to work. That will be a change, because a lot of people who find themselves in prison don't have jobs when they go in, and when they come out they don't get a job, they just go back to reoffending. So basically, the Ministry of Justice have come up with an idea that they will set about finding people work before they leave prison, then transferring them from the prison to the place of work and finding them somewhere to live. That'll be a job in itself, won't there? There's nowhere to rent these days. Rent in Greater Manchester has gone up to over £1,000 a month for a one-bedroom flat. I mean, how are you going to afford that? Basically, it's gone ridiculous. And London, I believe, is over £2,000 a month for a one-bedroom flat. I mean, we're not talking about luxury here. We're talking about what a bed sit, really. So, the people are going to struggle. There are one or two inmates who come out and they make really a big success of their careers. Talking people like Frankie Fraser. I mean, he was in his 80s or late 70s when he came out and set up a tour around London of London's crime scenes. That's good, isn't it? Seeing as he'd starred in most of them. This is where I nailed people to the floor. And hey, got some pliers here. This is where I ripped the teeth out of my blowtorch, yeah? Nice guy, eh? One guy that really did make an effort to make a success of his second career after being a serious criminal was Gordon Goody. Gordon Goody of the train robbers. He went to Spain and set up a bar there. I think it was in Marbella, and he ran it for about 30 years, right through to the point where he became completely incapacitated. But he really did make a success of that. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Leslie Grantham, who'd shot a taxi driver dead in London, and he was originally imprisoned in a German prison, but was transferred to the UK to complete his sentence, which was an indeterminate sentence, but he was allowed out, and he got himself a job working on EastEnders, playing Dirty Den, which he did very successfully, by the way, because he was a villain and he looked a villain and he played a villain. And then when he left EastEnders, he reverted back to type and began offending again, but in some way I think it was some kind of exhibitionism. But anyway, basically he made a proper career when he left prison. But well done on the Ministry of Justice of thinking of a way to actually get the prisons emptied. You won't get them completely emptied, but empty some. Take a few thousand of the people who are not seriously brutal or whatever, and get them out into work, locate them, and let them see what it feels like to actually make a living without actually going out burglarising, robbing, or dealing in drugs or violence or what have you. And that is something that is yet to be seen while it works, but it's got to be done that. I've mentioned this before on this channel. It's absolutely pointless holding people in prison for years and then on a Friday evening opening the door, giving them 30 quid or whatever, and out they go. Where are they going to go? I mean, all the time they're in the prison, they've lost contact with their families. If they've been married, they're likely to have been divorced and the wife's moved on, don't want to see them again. All the people that they associated with have moved on in their lives, and they won't be welcome to just turn up on the doorstep. So basically what they do is they go back to offending or sleeping rough, and it's just a disgraceful thing that they do in the prisons, and they've really absolutely got to stop that. And the Ministry of Justice has apparently come up with some ideas to do this. I hope they've been watching this channel. Maybe they got the ideas here. I don't know. I've been banging that drum for a little bit now. So anyway, that's my little rant today about what happens when prisoners come out of prison. Ministry of Justice, they're going to do something about it. That's good. But you don't want to be setting up gangster tours, do you? I wonder if Frankie Fraser took them round. I used to burgle these houses during World War II when it was the blackout and all the men were away fighting the Germans. I didn't go. I claimed I'd got flat feet, and I didn't stop him climbing up the ladders into the back of the houses, did it? He was a scumbag, that man. Yes, that's the song dinger, folks, and I am going to sing to you today. Well, it's not singing, is it? I'm going to torture this one for you. I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Larry will, won't you, Larry? Larry likes it. He says he doesn't, but I'm sure he does. So here we go. This is a song by Roger Whittaker. It's called Durham Town. And I like this. I used to like Roger Whittaker in the 70s. I haven't heard from him for a bit because he'd be reasonably old now, a bit like me. This is Durham Town. Well, it was before I got my hands on it. I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. And the leaving's gonna get me down. I remember Daddy walking out the door. Mama told me he was going to war. He was leaving me. Now I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. And the leaving's gonna get me down. When I was a boy, I spent my time sitting on the banks of the River Tyne, watching all the ships going down the line. They were leaving me. Now I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. I gotta leave old Durham Town. And the leaving's gonna get me down. Well, if you haven't left already, I'm sure that you will be doing immediately that you've recovered from the shock of hearing that. I reckon I completely crucified it, don't you? Jailhouse John, Tales from the Jails.